Here's a short video and PowerPoint about diseases and vaccinations and how vaccinations help fight diseases. So you hate being sick. So why don't you do something about it? Here's a short video to show how vaccines work. Tune in.
A vaccine is a preparation of something that represents a pathogen that can exploit the immune system's natural ability to recognize these specific pathogens and teaches it to respond in the future with defenses that will attack and destroy these pathogens before they can cause disease. Some of the things that can represent a pathogen, we will call these protein antigens, are weakened versions of the pathogen. Killed pathogens, or even protein parts of the pathogen that are left after it has been digested. A vaccine can be injected into the muscle, administered through the nose, given in an oral capsule, or even inhaled. When the body is exposed to the vaccine, cells, called antigen-presenting cells, will recognize it as being harmful to the body, even though vaccines are safe and don't cause disease. It will then be eaten up by the cell. The antigen-presenting cells will digest the vaccine and then display these different parts, now called antigens, on their surface. B and T cells that specifically match the antigens presented will then come in contact with the antigen-presenting cell. The antigen-presenting cell activates these cells and gives it signals that tell it to divide. The newly created B cells, now that they are activated, will create antibodies. Antibodies are proteins that can move freely in the body, binding to the antigens they recognize on pathogen, and can either neutralize the pathogen or mark it for the body to kill. Many people consider antibodies the hallmark sign of protection against a pathogen. However, there are many parts of the immune system besides antibodies must be activated to completely rid the body of the pathogen. The immune response necessary to clear one pathogen might be different from the immune response needed to clear another pathogen. That is why T cells, the conductors of the body's immune response, are so important. They release different protein signals that direct the correct cells to fight the virus. Without these T cells, there's complete dysregulation of immune response. HIV infects and kills these cells, which is why infection with this virus makes the body unable to fight off other types of infections. Sometime after a vaccine has caused an immune response, some of the newly created B and T cells will be turned into memory cells that can last for the lifetime of an individual. Because these memory cells have seen their specific pathogen before, they will quickly recognize their specific pathogen and mount a very fast, very robust response if they ever see the pathogen again. The pathogen won't even have a chance of replicating and thus cannot cause disease. The goal of an effective vaccine is to create these long-lived cells so that a person will be protected from the specific pathogens for life.
That was the end of the video. What is a vaccine? Even though we don't like them, a vaccination is a shot that we had to take to prevent us from getting sick. Here's another video of a child getting vaccination. In this video, you see how strong she is, how brave she is to get this. She took it like a champ.
Do you know what it is? Oops. Let's do it again, okay?
You've all had vaccinations before, so you should remember how they look. That's how getting a vaccination looks. What you need to know about vaccines is nobody likes getting them. They can hurt. And it's weird knowing you're about to get a shot. Shots or vaccinations keep you from getting some serious diseases that can make you very sick. A pinch of a shot is not nearly as bad as those diseases. What shots do is, shots protect you by giving you only a tiny piece of a disease causing germ, or by giving you a version of the germ that is dead or very weak. Giving a whole germ that's alive will give you a disease, like